You are listening to the Mark Lesko Podcast, a podcast by
What's up,
diehard
Steeler
fans
Nation?
for
Welcome to the Mark Lesko
Mark covers
Podcast. I'm your
all
host,
things
J-Rod,
Penn
and
State
this is
football
Steeler
and the
Central.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Again, guys, I
As
know
well
we already
as
made the video,
anything
but
related
hey.
to the sports and fitness world. Tune in weekly to listen to a couple of dedicated fans talk about these topics without filters. Thank you for listening to the Mark Lesko Podcast.
Hopefully this didn't happen, but welcome to the Mark Lesko Podcast, guys. I'm your host, J-Rod, and this is Steelers Central. Guys, it is that time. Like I said, it's ready to go. Oh, I'm so happy. It's one of the greatest days of the year. The Sunday NFL Week 1, it's here. We are back with football on Sundays. Let's get it going. First off, let's start with the kickoff. Cam got paid. Thank goodness. I know I was at my work and I was outside and I hear my phone go off and I see Steelers, Cam Hayward agreed to an $18 million deal with incentives. Extra $3 million. I mean, good. I mean, I knew that they had to have their feet held to the fire with it, but I'm so freaking happy to know that Cam is not going to be a problem. He is going into this season having his money. He knows where it came from. Now he gets to go out there and walk it out. Like, let's earn this money. Let's actually get something for it. I mean, we've been waiting this whole season, off season, for this to happen because ever since it broke, we've been kind of concerned because, guys, Cam Hayward is a Steeler for life. And that needed to be the case, regardless of how he handled it. I didn't care for how he handled it myself. I'm sure a lot of people would agree with that. Listen, he did what he had to do, I guess. I mean, he really stood his ground. I have to admire him for that, where he walked into it going, I want my money. I want this deal. And yeah, they gave in. I mean, they had to. I mean, it's one of the most prolific players they've had in the last 15 years. Regardless of you think this is like going to ruin the future. No. If someone comes in and does what Cam does for 15 years, then I would say they have every right to do this. This is a very, very rare exception. People think this is going to make future headaches or something. No, believe me, Cam Hayward is an exception. He's up there, guys. He is. He truly is, with the numbers, with the profile, everything he's done for the community of Pittsburgh. He is Troy Polamalu. He is Hines Ward. He is James Harrison. He's just one of those prolific dudes that you knew from that side of the ball, and he has continued that legacy of what is known as Steeler football, being on defense. And if you're not a running back, you are a defensive player, and you have that profile. So I'm not surprised one bit that they actually did what they did with the Steelers. Like, they should have gone and given him that money, and they did. So all issues are gone. We can now go into this game having the best chance to take care of business. Now, would this have changed my prediction from what I said? I initially said 31-13 Steelers. I kind of went into that even without knowing Cam was going to play. Like, I knew that they have everything set. I mean, what are you talking about? If Cam wasn't playing today, you would have had Yaya Black and who was the other player they keep bringing up? I think it would have been that defensive player. It wouldn't have been Cole Holcomb. I know they've already talked about he's already set to go. Peyton Wilson, I know that. Marvell Leal, I think that's who they said. I mean, it wouldn't have been the worst thing if it was Leal and Black, but yeah, I mean, Cam is one of the more important pieces of that defensive line. So knowing that's not going to be a problem, I'm guaranteeing this game is going to be 31-13 for Steelers over the Jets. So, but after knowing all that, and now that we can just focus on the season, no more drama, it's ready to go. Omar Khan, I love you to death, man. You did what you needed to do. You took care of business. We're not going to have any drama going into the season. Everyone's going to go into it being happy unless there's injuries. And again, that always happens in this game. So who knows what'll come. But for now, let us switch over to this particular team. Folks, that's awful. That game was terrible. I don't even know how to begin to wonder what's going through the minds of the coaching staff, anyone who had anything to do with why that game was so atrociously executed. It's FIU. I mean, we walked into it, they had a win under their belt. So now, regardless of what actually did go down this weekend, if you actually look at the entire landscape of the top 10, if I remember correctly, Troy almost edged out Clemson. I know they eventually woke up, but I think at halftime, they were down 16-3 or something like that. So, yeah, number 8 team is not showing up against a team in the second week. Who was the other team? I think I know Miami did great. Oh, Georgia. Georgia also kind of, they're not really they didn't exactly go out there and dominate either. I think their final score was 28-6 to whoever they played. Can't remember exactly, but then it was also number 3 LSU. LSU took on Louisiana Tech. I think it was like 26 or 28 to. It was something that too. I mean, I can easily bring up the score. So, yeah, LSU just beat Louisiana Tech 23-7. Yeah, Georgia beat Austin Prey 28-6, or however you say that, Peay. And then Texas, I mean, yeah, they beat San Jose State, but it was 38-7. I mean, that's not blowing anyone out either, right? There's a lot of teams in the top 10 that really kind of didn't show up this weekend. So, I mean, I can understand, like, what, Ohio State, Miami, and Oregon, I think, are the only teams in the top 10 that actually destroyed their teams. So can it happen? Sure. But I mean, it's still a bad result, 34-0. And it was 10-0 by that half. The execution is really what kills me about Penn State and LSU, or Penn State and FIU, sorry. It's just the whole way it was done. And just, again, it was execution. It was just the way that Drew Aller and company just did not show up. The fact that you had 3 or 4 series where you were 4th and 3 or 4th and whatever, and you just could not execute against that defense. I mean, how in the world can we expect or hope that FIU just runs the table the rest of the season and finds out, oh, they have one of the best ranked defenses in all of college football? I mean, I don't know if that's even a thought. I mean, maybe it's possible for where they play and who they have faced the rest of their season. I don't know how you can measure it. It's just going into Beaver Stadium, there should have just been that sense. All you had to do was execute, and they couldn't do that either. These problems are still there with Penn State, with Drew Aller and company, with the offensive side of the ball. Yes, I know that the defense did show up, did some spectacular things. Yeah, I mean, they always do. And what was it? The one strip of the player, the quarterback in the end of the game, almost ran it back for a touchdown. Now, you did all that again against FIU and their quarterback and line. I don't know if you're doing that again against Oregon or Ohio State. Now, I did see just that Iowa State beat Iowa 16-10. I think that was the final on that score. Let me just double check that. 16-13. I mean, it was a close game, and Iowa always gets played tough by Iowa State, and Iowa State is ranked this year, so it doesn't necessarily mean that Iowa won't be a test either. It's going to be in Iowa, and they did have to go to Iowa State, so it's not like it was a home game and they lost. And, Indiana, I'm not really sure. I mean, they're not ranked yet either, so. Oh, wait. No, they destroyed Kennesaw State 56-9. Yeah. So, yeah, Iowa, Indiana, it could very well turn into prolific games by the time we play them. So, as long as they keep going up in the rankings and we somehow find a way. But, again, I don't know how you can say that's going to happen with this. I mean, what we witnessed yesterday was just atrocious. It was so bad. Like, the way it was all handled. The end result for Drew Aller, if I remember seeing, was 19 for 33, 200 yards exactly, 2 touchdowns. Now, his throw to Ross, that 42-yard, that was pretty. That was about as beautifully executed as you're going to do. Throwing the ball, putting it right where he needed to catch it, and Ross just being the circus man he was with that catch. I don't know how he came down with that catch. That was one of the best and highlight of the season so far, for sure. And, of course, Katron Allen just going absolutely wild in that one play. I mean, he had everybody blocking for him. Like, Luke Reynolds did a great job at making his block, and then he just went down the way and he just had a game. I mean, I think he ended up with like 130, 140 yards rushing. The whole rushing game to yesterday was fantastic between Singleton and Allen. I mean, we all expect that. That's what they're known for, defense and running back. So they absolutely showed up in that regard. But the score does not reflect what this team should be, and they got to find ways to put it on the other team. And again, I don't really know why this is still an issue, because they do have the players. And it's starting to show that Aller just has he has an issue with his confidence. I don't know how else to say it. It's just he clearly doesn't know how to handle situations if it gets to be, something more than what he's able to handle. Like, I just watch how his whole line does kind of collapse. Like, I don't think it's the best offensive line that we could ask for, but still, he just takes sacks. He doesn't try to throw the ball away. Like, he just puts himself in situations that just like, why does that happen? But this is why you have preseason and why you should be able to handle it. But naturally, they just don't care to do the things they're supposed to. I just don't get why we are still having these problems. We did the whole offseason. We wanted guys to come in, do what they're supposed to do, and just have a season. Why can't that ever be the case for Penn State? I just don't understand it. So that's what I'm going to say about that, guys. Hopefully they figure things out against Villanova. So let's get back to this NFL Sunday. So this is what the landscape looks like today. For the NFL season, week 1, I mean, we already have the results with the Eagles and the Cowboys. That was a pretty fantastic night, wasn't it? The fact you stayed up until 12:30 to finally see the end of that game. Jeez Louise. I know lightning can occur, but geez, it's unfortunate that ever had to be a thing. Then they ended up winning. I think that nothing happened after that. I think that was 24-20 when it went into the lightning delay, and that's what the end of the game was. And Friday night with Chiefs at Chargers, I did say that the Chargers were going to be surprised and win this division. And they showed up. Justin Herbert did fantastic. He had like 3 passing touchdowns. They ended up winning 27-21. So I think they are primed to take care of business. And with this slate of games today, after ours, it's just like Cardinals and Saints. I mean, Dolphins at Colts. That will be an interesting game for sure. Raiders at Patriots. No. Giants at Commanders. I mean, we could see some good defensive playing there, but we all know the Commanders are going to destroy them. Panthers and Jaguars, just the cats, I think that the Jaguars are the better cat. And then there's the Bengals and the Browns. They are at Cleveland, and Cleveland does have a good defense. I'll be interested to see how a team like Cincinnati does come in and show up, how they handle this. If they just take care of the Browns, then I think Bengals are easily a playoff team. Then you have the Buccaneers at the Falcons. I think the Buccaneers will win this game. I don't know. It might be closer than I think, but I'm going to say that the Buccaneers are winning that division. So 49ers at Seahawks. I'd like to think 49ers will take care of business with this one. The Titans at the Broncos. Broncos should easily handle them. And then in the 425 slot, you have Lions at Packers. That's going to be such a fun game to see. First big test of the season for Micah and company. It's going to be in Green Bay, so I mean, it's going to be electric, guys. So that's a good game to watch today. Texans at Rams. I'd like to think that the Rams can win this game. I mean, it might be close. It might be a very entertaining game. But in the end, I do think the Rams have more than what the Texans have. In the Sunday night game, you have the Ravens at the Bills. Easily the matchup of the weekend. So knowing what Lamar and company have to go into with Josh Allen and them, I'm going to call it for the Bills, but it's definitely going to be a very, very strong performance by both teams. Again, they're going to be looking for revenge because they lost in the division round last year in the playoffs. So, but Bills, it's at home. I think it's going to be a win for them. And then the Monday night game. Oh, this historically great. Week 1 Monday night game, the Vikings at the Bears. I'd like to think the Vikings will have the better chance. They have the better prolific players. So, yeah, there's my look for the Week 1 NFL. So I hope that everybody has a great week and watching today for your team. I mean, I know I'm going to be doing this all day long. So, again, guys, this was my first live episode. Hope it wasn't too crazy, too all over the place. I try my darndest to give as much insight as I can for each of my games. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I definitely can't wait to do the next one. I'll be doing one right after the game today. So I hope to see you guys there. And without further ado, guys, begin the NFL season. And here we go, Steelers.